They say education is not the only pathway up the ladder of success, and today we have someone in the studio who is going to be defending that motion. A very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you may be hearing us from. My name is Tinashe Mhlanga, aka Dr. Truth, and today we want to be talking about sports and athletics. Before we go into what we have today, shout out to all my family and friends wherever they may be hearing this from. Shout out to my sister, particularly in China. Hope everything is going well there. Lots of love for you. So, as I mentioned just as we began, that today we are talking about sports and athletics, and we have one of Zimbabwe's young and promising athletes. His name is Clinton Muunga, and just a brief insight about him. Clinton Muunga is Zimbabwe's 100 and 200 meter record holder, and also the Kosasa 100 and 200 meter record holder. He's quite famous. Like, if you ask me, I think he's famous. I think he's really famous. So today he's here with us in the studio to just talk about sports and athletics. So if you're a sports kind of person, I just hope you just grab a few and listen to this program. It may come in handy. So we are going to go straight into it. By the way, the song playing in the background is by DJ Ace, and it says Road to Guguletu. Alright, Clinton, it's good to have you in studio today. So we have the audience out there. They want to know who Clinton is. Just before you go deep into what you do and everything, just tell the people who Clinton is.
What's up, guys? My name is Clinton Muunga. I was born in Rwanda, and now I live in Hebron, Plumtree. I just finished high school, guys, and now I'm planning to go pro. Like, I feel like I can place my name up there with the list, like, of Justin Gatlin and Usain Bolt. I feel like I can accomplish that.
Okay.
So like, besides track and field, guys, like, I want to be a sports like biomechanics expert.
Okay. Right. So that's the word from Clinton Muunga. Yeah. So just something you should note. He's quite a prominent figure, right, when it comes to sports. But he's also aspiring to be. I didn't quite get it, but I know it has some biological something when it comes to sports, right? I hope our viewers got it there. So let me tell you something, that Clinton and I were in the same class for 6 years, so I know him quite well, and his behaviors and misbehaviors, I know them inside out. You see, so we learned together for 6 years, and I saw him even when he started his career. So just to tell you that when he started high school, that was in January 2015, the whole of 2015, I never knew that there was an athlete called Clinton. Then 2016, there was this young man who was all of a sudden, breaking provincial records and going national and going international. You see, just from Norway, when people didn't expect it, and that was the Clinton Muunga we have in studio today. So, Clinton, we want you to tell us about your athletic journey, your journey in sports, like how you finally became who you are, maybe from primary, how you were doing in sports, then coming to high school, and finally where you are. Just tell us about that experience in short, just a brief summary.
I started track and field. That was 2011. I was in grade 4. I wasn't really that good, but then I went on up to grade 7, but then I got beaten. So I kind of gave up a bit. 2015 I was in Form 1, so I didn't run because I had an injury. So I started in 2016. So I didn't know that was actually fast, but then the little training that I made me to go fast.
Okay, yeah.
So that's when I realized that this was my day.
You got the talent. Yeah. And personally, I have to admit to the audience that I was personally inspired. Like, it was this guy, all of a sudden he was up there, national, international records. And you know what happens at the school that we attended when you went when you went for national competitions and you were recognized nationally. You know, they gave you this blazer, and you know they gave him this maroon blazer, which usually senior boys at our school got. You know, and there's something in him. You see, so yeah, then. He did the same thing in 2017, but this time they gave him a quite different blazer. You see, so right, he has been at his peak, you know, trying to do big. So Clinton, just tell us about how the feeling of breaking records was like. You know, we understand that Usain Bolt broke the records which had been set by Gatlin. So we want you to tell us how the feeling was. You know, the records had been there. Then all of a sudden there was this Clinton Muunga who comes there and suddenly breaks the record. How did you feel, and how did you progress after the breaking of the records?
The feeling was overwhelming, guys. Like, I was overjoyed because all the work that I put in during the off season, like, it really paid off, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's just day in day out sacrifice. So when you finally get that 1 point, you know, that one top position, man, it's a good feeling.
It's a
guys.
good feeling.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So you've heard it. These are people who've been at the top, and they are going to tell you the truth that the feeling of being at the top is just so, you know, it's just so overwhelming, right? So we understand that you didn't manage to go for international competitions in 2018. Can you just tell us briefly about that incident? Because everyone was just expecting that Clinton Muunga is going to be at the peak of 2018 sports calendar. Then all of a sudden, Clinton Muunga was not there. Kosasa, he was not there. The SADC, he was not there. The Region 5 competitions, he was not there when everyone was expecting. So just tell us what happened and how you overcame whatever had come up.
Honestly, it was a tough situation, you know. I had like a rotator injury, you know. I had a muscle problem.
Okay.
So I didn't manage to finish my race during national. So yeah, it was quite unfortunate, and everyone was sad, you know. Like, yeah. People were just sad, and you know.
Personally, I was sad, yeah.
Yeah, but then, yeah, with the help of a few friends, my family, obviously, and my training partners and all my schoolmates, you know, they just told me to be positive, you know.
They like gave you the
boost,
the vroom, you know, the vibe to keep training. All right.
Training,
so now you're back in form. Like this is like what? This is like 3 years later. You know, back in form, no more injuries. We appreciate that. So now, what gives you the drive, you know, the inspiration? Like people have dreams, people have athletic dreams there, but you know, we are just wasting them. But we see that you are still in form, you know, you are still maintaining the speed, you're still maintaining your form. What gives you the inspiration? What gives you the drive to continue with the sports and athletics?
Honestly, what keeps me moving is knowing that I've got people who believe in me, you know, people who look up to me for inspiration, and you know, people who like prosper like around me, you know, people just achieve big, you know, they motivate me to believe in myself and to feel like, you know, I can do it. So I feel like I can achieve it. If someone can do it, then I can
do it as well. Yeah. All right. So that gives you the drive. That gives you the drive, the motivation. Okay, so on the list of renowned athletes, right? Which one would you pick out as the one who inspires you the most, and why that specific person?
Honestly, my favorite athlete is Andrew de Grace.
Okay.
Because I know he's slim and I love his running technique and all. He's a chilled guy. He's a nice guy.
All right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to choose the fastest to be your motivation. You know, you see now Clinton Muunga is being honest with us that no, his motivation comes from DeGrasse. So you know, you don't have to go for Bill Gates or Jack Ma. You know, the best. You know, we know that DeGrasse is also a fast sprinter, right? But there are people like Gatlin and Usain Bolt. They are faster, but you see, some people just choose to be inspired by lower people, right? It's not a sign of weakness, but it's actually a form of strength. right? So now there is COVID, and tournaments are on pause, and there are some restrictions. So how are you managing? How are you training and all that?
With this COVID pandemic, it's pretty much impossible to train as a group, So I've just adjusted to the idea of training alone in my backyard,
Right.
Yeah, with the help of certain coaches, like online programs and all. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself fit, because you never know. This thing might end soon, and I'll be back on the line soon. Yeah.
So what can you say about COVID, affecting the tournaments? Like, we know that there was some AA tournaments. I don't know if that's the right term, but tournaments are being cancelled. What can you say about that with relation to your future?
It's still said that the tournaments have stopped out there, because everyone is actually losing the tempo of training, because people actually train so that they can check where they're at right now, You have to check your performance so that you continue training, but then it's now hard, But yeah, we just hope for the best, Hope things, will be better soon.
All right, yeah. We're all hoping for things to go back on track, And personally, for fans like us, we are waiting for the time where we're going to be sitting and cheering by the terrace and say, "Go Muunga," and things like those. So we're really, really waiting for that time. So right now, just 3 people you would love to send your shout out to. Just 3 people. I know of one person, obviously, so I will say it on his behalf. Shout out to Persistence Muunga on behalf of Clinton. I know you're listening. Yeah, shout out to you on behalf of Clinton. Yeah, any 2 others you'd love to wish to send your shout out to.
Shout out to my training partner, Awaki Ndlovu, a triple jumper. He's also my brother who's getting along and is getting there.
Okay.
And also shout out to Pristine Bofu, one of the overachievers in this country. The women long jump.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the name he just mentioned at the end, that is, a very prestigious name. If you don't know about it, then you have to go and research about it, honestly, because that name is like on maps. Go to Africa, go to the SADC, you will see that it's a prominent name, when it comes to triple jump, right? When it comes to triple jump, even triple jump, long jump, and even track, right? So particularly in Zimbabwe, she's very well known. So shout out to Pristine and Awaki and Persistence Muunga, obviously. So what advice would you give to young fellows? They are young fellows, maybe grade 7, Form 1, Form 3, Form 4. They are also, wanting to venture into athletics. What advice would you give them?
What I can tell you guys is just you have to keep on working, keep on pushing hard each and every day. It's never easy, Sometimes you feel like you want to give up, but then you just have to keep on doing it.
Right.
Just because you have one loss, it doesn't mean it's the end of the road. You shouldn't throw in the towel, So keep on keeping on,
Keep on keeping on. Yeah, I like that statement. Yeah. One other thing I should tell to our viewers: Clinton Muunga is a very serious Christian, right? And he believes in his speed having some divine intervention. So if you want to be fast enough, make sure you do your Bible reading and you're praying like he does. He just didn't mention it here, but in the background and behind the scenes, he's always telling me about that. So yeah, that was the word from Clinton Muunga. Just do what he has done. You see, my father always tells me, if you want to be where I am, then take the footsteps that I have taken. So I'm also telling you that if you want to be where Clinton Muunga is today, then follow his footsteps. Right? For those who may want to send in their shout outs to Clinton Muunga, 263-713-822-491, 263-713-822-491. That's the line that we're on at the moment. So send in your shout out, and we will gladly read it out loud. So we have Clinton Muunga on the program today. So yeah, personally I think sport is another way up the ladder of success. We have the Jack Ma's, we have the Bill Gates, we have all the kinds of people, but we also have the Usain Bolts and Justin Gatlins and the Clinton Muunga. So yeah, don't be afraid to do what you want. especially if you know that you're good at it. Just go for it, and put in all your effort. I'm sure it will work. This is Truth Radio. My name is Clinton Muunga, aka Dr. Truth, and we were with Clinton Muunga on the program today. Otherwise, have a great night. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Stay tuned.